Hello fellow stewards and welcome back to another episode in our Frostpunk 2 Let's Play series. We are currently the stewards of many cities, including the Old Dreadnought, New London, and just recently the Winterhome ruins, which we have just stabilized last episode by covering up all these toxic gas areas with film filtration districts, and now our Winterhome area is sort of stable. It is no longer toxic, but we still need to develop it so that it can be self-sustaining, and that's what we will get on with this episode. So let's see where we're at. We currently need to enact possibly some laws. We made some promises to people to research some stuff last episode. We have to follow that up at some point. What quests do we have to do? We need to get a significant population living in Winterhome, and we need to research and enact public executions. But to do that, we need to stabilize and build up our area. Currently, all we have in Winterhome is one single housing district, which is barely enough to shelter everybody. We need to get all our other resources online, such as food, materials, and everything else. All right. So for now, before everything is online, we should probably just have it exporting from the main city. So let me set that up for materials. We'll just hit this meet demand thing. What? This meet demand thing is never giving the right amount of resources. I don't understand why, but we'll get that manually transferred. Let me just hit up my main city and just double check that everything is in balance. Always paranoid. There we go. Look at that. Goods production is not right. Everything is not right here at the moment. We are actually in a deficit of goods. That's because we only just recently built this. This is already building at the maximum amount possible. Let's see if there's a better way I can do this. We're currently using mechanical factories. They are outputting 44 goods each. But instead, didn't we have a better factory for goods? Let's have a look. Industrial. Waste repurposing. Refurbished good factory outputs 60. So can I just upgrade that? Is that one takes a core? I have 4 cores. Let's chuck one in here and see if that's enough to satisfy the goods over there. We also have some issues with materials. So let's get the materials factory up and running at full speed to supply all the necessary materials. We'll get it into surplus. But 152 surplus. Actually, that's fine because I'm about to build a bunch of stuff in Winterhome, right? So theoretically, I will need all of that very, very soon. So let's head over to Winterhome and let us see what we need to build. I want Winterhome to be self-sustaining because it does have food and it does have materials. So the question is, why would I want to do anything? Like, why would I want to bring stuff over from the main city, right? At the moment, I need to bring it over because I have no choice. But maybe we can build some geothermal springs and get this all self-sustaining. So we have our housing area. To that housing area, I want to add a food area. But I don't think I can build it in the pattern that I want, where I can get 3 districts to share because of the configuration of this thing, right? There's no way I can do that. I can do like 1, 2, yeah, I don't really think there's enough space for that. So we're just going to have to do the next best thing, which is get 2 districts to hug to conserve a little bit of power. But power isn't a massive issue, so let's get frost breaking over this side, and we will just build it on this side, I guess. We'll let that run real quick. All right, and now with that frost broken, let's get a food district going. We'll have it something like this. It'll just touch, and that's 3 tiles. It'll get the heat bonus. So we've got some food going for our Winterhome citizens. Is there any other food in the area? This is literally the only food source, and there's not much of it. So once we harvest this out, which is only 168k food, that's not going to last very long. That's fine. We can also get, so housing is kind of going to be an issue. We're probably going to need another housing thing here. So let's build that. It is a dense housing, dense housing block. Get a dense housing block going in here. So that should solve our housing. We've got some food coming in. We'll have to surplus it from somewhere else. Food is sort of an issue over every single city because we don't have any infinite food sources yet. We've got some stuff happening in the Frostland, but I want to get everything building before I go out there. Let me just pause that again. We've got materials, so we can definitely build a materials section, and we probably need a new industry section so we can stop shipping the goods. So where can we build that? Let's see. Now this is like kind of a big area. So I'm thinking maybe we can get a nice material district going. What am I out of? Workforce. Workforce is not a big issue. Let's ship some people over from Winterhome. So if we go to our panel over here, this is the new area, we can bring in some people. So I want to bring in some people, but I don't want to bring in like too many at the same time. So Winterhome, let's bring in like 2,000 maybe, 3,000. Let's doubling the population's a bit too much. Let's just bring in 2,000-ish. All right, we'll have to wait for those people to arrive before we can do any more. But while we're waiting, why don't we go to the Frostlands and let's see what our scouts are doing, because at the moment our Frostland teams are doing nothing. We got to get them scouting. We need to find stuff. What's happening over here? Increases all stockpile limits. I don't need that. This thing is outputting increasing exploration speed. That's great. What's happening up here? We've got this Steam Valley explored, so let's have a look at what Steam Valley has to offer. We've got some hot springs. Many small mounds under a cliff attracted our scouts' attention. They discovered hundreds of infant skeletons. A track from the top of the cliff leads to the hot springs. We can only assume they have their reason for doing this. Perhaps we can offer to take any children the hot springs cannot support to New London. I don't want that. I don't want more people. We'll come back for them later. What is this thing? The hot springs settlement population, approximately 3,500 people. Oh man. These hard people live in deep reverence of the natural spring, which they believe can cure any ailment. The simple hot houses and subterranean housing are barely enough to support their population, so their culture ensures nothing is wasted and no weakness is tolerated. They are skeptical of outsiders, but perhaps we can convince them or force them to allow our sick to heal at their natural spring. Amazing. If we have a trail to the hot spring, we can reduce disease. Force and integrate the settlement? No. I just want to access the spring. That sounds awesome. Let's build ourselves a sky trail from here. What is this thing? This is just a random thing. Where is the nearest trail we can build back? Is there a trail here? Let's build it this way. Let's go here. Let's go over here. And then that can touch that. And that should be a sky trail leading back home, right? Beautiful. I don't know why. I can rebuild the station now. Hot Spring Refuge. I think I needed to make contact over there. So what does this actually give me? Rebuilding the station costs some prefabs, which I can afford. We can dismantle it for a core. But what does giving in the heart of the mountain pass, old station likely to connect outpost 11 with distant hot springs? Inside we found a body of an elderly man who had frozen while waiting for the transport. Let's just rebuild the station because we can. So that was that section done. I had other things exploring over here. Let's see what stuff over here has to offer. The lovers. A pair of automatons lie broken in the snow. Their tracks show they lost their navigational bearings and followed each other in circles until they broke down. Oh, I'm so sad for these little automatons called the lovers. The scouts make their story sound almost romantic. We can either take their calls or repair the automatons or work in New London. We are going to go repair the automatons. It needs 800 workforce. We have that. 150 prefabs. We have that. We have the Frostland teams. I don't think I just want 2 calls. I'd rather have 2 automatons. We can bring the automatons over and that'll free up some workforce, or maybe I can somehow transport these automatons into Winterhome and they will help out with some of the work over there. The Rowett Expedition. A row of hunters' hangars break the flat white landscape. Once the workers gathered food for a great expedition, now we may gather food to feed our city. The outpost will increase our food supply until the deposit of that food is depleted. Let's send that to Winterhome. We'll harvest that. Let's have a look at this one. Judging from the remains, a dozen of the vehicles were manned and loaded here. Our scouts found some maps in the half-buried crate, each marked with the possible location of other generator cities. One was annotated with the thick letters Rowett Knows. They left with such enthusiasm that many tools and scrap pieces were left behind, buried by the snow. We'll gather the scrap. 50,000 material stockpile. We'll come back for that later because we don't have 50,000 material stockpile. Can we send this to like Winterhome or something? So the old dreadnought. Let's have a look. In New London, we have wait, that's not the New London stockpile. Yeah, New London is full. We've got 130,000, right? Over here, Winterhome, they have like barely anything, like 10,000. There's no stockpile. This is too much stuff. I'm going to save this. We're going to have like put a little mental note that we can pull a pile of scrap whenever we need it. But for now, we'll just leave that. Is there any other areas that I haven't explored or haven't checked yet? I think that's it for now. Let's keep exploring past New London and let's see what we can find. We can find prefabs and materials here. That's fine. Let's find some stuff over here. Is there any more over here? It doesn't look like it. That looks like the last area. What do the plains offer? Food. We need food. We need goods. We need prefabs. Let's launch an expedition this way. Perfect. That's all our expeditions launched. Let's return to Winterhome and get back to work. So we're waiting for a bunch of people to arrive. Let's just check the overworld. If I let that run at like double speed, yep, we got some people coming out. They're going to follow the trail. Got a bunch of people going to a bunch of stuff. So they're not going to arrive in Winterhome for a little while. Probably before this thing finishes building. The vote on public execution will be held very soon. So we got some research done and we've got some voting to be done. We need to research enact public executions. I think we've just researched that. We need to pass the law on enact public executions. Delegate session voting in 10 weeks. Crime elimination, public executions. Hardened criminals will be publicly executed. All citizens will be required to attend to celebrate our just society. Look, our society is harsh, but it's fair. If you're a criminal, unfortunately, in this world of limited resources, we can't let you live. We're just going to have to remove you from society, right? We could use our guided voting, but I don't want to use my very limited trust at the moment. So let's negotiate for something. Won't negotiate, won't negotiate, won't negotiate. Mostly hesitant 29 Frostlanders. We will vote for expedition support. Okay, we can enact that law. That doesn't help us. Advanced bio-waste hothouse. That doesn't. Hydraulic jump jack. I mean, we can do this. We need to research this at some point anyway, right? So we might as well do this. That should give us enough votes to do what we need to do. There we go. Our law has passed. Barely passed. Not very many people want public executions, and I can understand why. So the districts are no longer going to be damaged by saboteurs. If measures are put in place to counteract the sabotage are lifted, Winterhome will face destruction once again. Okay, right. You have managed to enforce peace in Winterhome for now. Sabotage will cease. Excellent. I like the sound of that. Now we just need to get the population over in Winterhome, so that shouldn't be too difficult. We do need population. They are on their way. Let's see how much they've progressed. They're almost there. We might as well just speed it through, get that bunch of people through so we can continue to expand Winterhome. We've got plenty of food. It's stockpiling. Great. We can probably get our resource transfer a little bit lower. We can't balance it, but we can just get rid of this, right? We don't need any resource transfer. We can put it to 0. That way they can just sustain their own resources. What are we doing? We need to go over here and we need to build some stuff, right? Where is my resources? So we've got some materials here and we've got some materials here. Kind of want to access the materials here. That way I can build an industry district for the lack of goods surplus as well. So let's quickly build those two industries. We've got 2,500 workers, so we can definitely do that. The extraction district, kind of want to build something like 1, 2, 3. Do I want 2 industrial districts hugging it? Probably not. I can probably like 6, 7, 8, 9. I can cover this whole area with just a single district with expansion, right? So let's just do that to not overcomplicate matters. Then we can build ourselves an industrial district to hug it and it can benefit from the heat thing. You could, in theory, build it such that there's 3 districts hugging because you can keep frost breaking this side, right? No, you can't even keep frost breaking. That's the edge of the map. Okay, let's keep things simple. And we'll just build this to be, we can always edit these districts later, right? So we'll just get it to hug like this. Maybe we can get it like a district around here or something. I don't know. I don't even know if we need more industry, but let's just build one here like that. That's our industry, that's our food, and that should definitely help us out. Our food district is coming out with plenty of food. We don't need more food at the moment. We are actually in surplus, so let's turn this down to like a reasonable number. That's going to stockpile to full at some point. With all these excess people, what can we do? We need more housing. Another housing district would be helpful. So let's build another housing district maybe on this side then. We'll get that frost broken. No, we can't. We need this to access steam cores. So let's get the other housing district maybe like along here. Yeah. Then maybe I can expand it, like when this disappears one day, maybe I can like expand it that way. I don't know. Eventually we need to get these 2 housing districts to touch, right? Let's get a housing district going. Like that. We'll keep frost breaking around because we need the area. Now, let's also explore the thing of geothermal plants. Let's figure out what we need to research as well while all that's happening. We promised to research 2 things. Hydraulic jump jacks. This one's more important because it's running out of time. 1 week. Synthetic composite factories. Oh man, do I even have time to research that? It's a resource. It is over here. Synthetic composite factories. we promised this. Also, yeah, we promised both of these. So if we research that idea, how long will it take? 11 weeks, but I only have a week to do this. How am I supposed to research something that takes 11 weeks in 1 week? I don't understand. Stalwarts, stalker arrested, Stalwarts involved. Conflict in New London. Steward, guards have apprehended a member of the Stalwarts near the council hall. Caught him loitering with no good reason to be there, said one of the guards. We found a notebook full of timetables of the Pilgrims delegates coming and goings. He refused to explain the purpose of these notes. On the last page, we found the following scribble. The dream of warmth we lost in Winterhome must be avenged. Closely surveil the stewards. Activities. Activate community action on Stalwarts to condemn. Ignore this incident. I think I want to definitely... We need to monitor the stewards and identify any co-conspirators. I do not like that. We need to sort of deal with these guys a little bit. Let's promote them to drop their thing a little bit. Because at the moment, they're kind of going a little bit crazy, these Stalwarts. We could always integrate them into New London. Like, I don't know if we just keep condemning them. There was an option or something, right? Yeah, I don't remember. But I don't know if I want to just remove an entire faction, whether that's like beneficial to me or not. But our material surplus is getting a little bit crazy over here. So let's bring that back down. We don't want to use up all our limited material. We only got 382 weeks on this iron deposit. Do I have another material factory going? Can I get that tuned a little bit better? No, this one's completely deactivated. Literally everything is being supplied by this one materials factory. So we can get it in deficit for a little bit. Food surplus is good, so we can get a little bit of surplus going there. We can probably get a little bit of housing reduction here, because at the moment we are using too much housing. Yeah, we can turn off 2 of these. That'll save some power and get some maybe fuel. That's full. Everything's full. Everything's in surplus right now. It's a great thing to see. Any laws that we need to pass very soon, like now. What can we actually pass? So the secret police we've tried to pass a few times and failed to do so. Is there anything we need to do here? Yeah, this thing is not gonna make it in time. 29 weeks. 29. Actually, we will definitely have enough time to do that. That's fine. I don't know why I said 1 week before. Maybe it was because I was in pause. Let's have a look at what laws will help us. Survival laws. We've got everything in every slot except for food. Is there something in food that will actually help us? Citizens will provide some food during calm weather. That sounds good. Food efficiency is increased. I mean, this sounds good. Why not? Let's propose it. You know, let's just let them vote for it and see if that's enough, because I don't need to make any promises for this. Let's see if we can get the 51 votes. There's plenty of people for. So maybe those hesitant people... Yep, we got that passed.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Great.
The proposed law has been approved.
Head back to Winterhome and see what needs to be done. Alright, what do you want over here? Caleb Blythe, 24, executioner. Learning the ropes. Learning the ropes is what? An executioner? The position of the knot matters. Oh man, this is going to be bleak, isn't it? I read that in a pamphlet that you gave me. You put the knot under the chin. Chances are better that you snap the spine. Else you get minutes of kicking. It doesn't sound long, but it is. When it's your fault, it is. I didn't choose this job. I don't choose who goes to the gallows, but I can choose where to place the knot. Oh man. Oh man, tensions are rising, guys. Tensions are rising. Alright, that's fine. Let's continue to fix all of our issues in here. We've got this done. We don't need to produce that. Actually, we've got that done and we don't need to produce that many. Let's get the goods going. Now we're positive. Let me remove the trade from both of those items and see where we're at. So if I remove all the trade for here, 2, 1, 0. Wish this is just like a reset trade button. I want to get that back to 0 as well. We want everyone supplying their own goods. Okay, everything is positive here. Now we need to work on fuel next. So that's producing goods just enough to get into surplus. This thing does not produce enough materials. So we need to expand the district and build another slot. What's our best material extractor? What is it this even extracting? It's extracting wood. We do have a really good sawmill and we have steam things. So why don't we build ourselves a building that does that? So if we go into extraction and build advanced untreated sawmill, we can definitely get those goods producing the amount that we need. Now, the next problem to solve is fuel. How do I extract geothermal stuff? So if I go into my buildings, what I want to build is extraction, this unfiltered geothermal plant. Yeah, okay, so that goes, I'm guessing that just goes into an extraction district. If I somehow just build an extraction district like along here, maybe I can get some, wait, we can Well, man, we can like somehow frost break along here. Maybe. Oh, we can't frost break along here. I've built this poorly that I can't take advantage of the heat blocks here. Let me see if I can do something here. Nah, there's a fracture here. There's no way I can take advantage of any of these heat blocks. Let me just build the extraction district over here. That's perfect. Then we can get our own power going at Winterhome. Let that run for a bit. Alright, that's done already. That was fast. That thing is now extracting at a ridiculous amount of surplus, so we don't want super surplus like that. So let's get that going down a little bit less. We'll get a new extraction zone coming. So let's see what that does. So we need a little bit more materials coming out. Londoners' demands met. New Londoners are delighted that you kept your word. Relationships with them improved. Beautiful. We need to research this hydraulic pump jack next because we promised that we would. So let's go into heating. Let's go into, is it advanced pump jacks? It's not advanced pump jacks. It's, oh no, it's this one. Damn it. I already had the other pump jacks. Let's research this idea. Does that just change our pump jack over, or does that like destroy our pump jacks? We'll have to go check back on the Dreadnought at some point to see what's going on over there. But here we have some steam power. All right. Now with steam power, can we switch our generator to use steam? Fuel mix, district. How do we get our generator to use steam instead of that? Geothermal remaining, 120 million. I don't understand how to extract the steam. So we've got steam. Let me see what happens if I turn off the power. So if I get rid of the fuel flow, how do I get this thing to... Can I build something? Like a building? Central? No. How do I switch this generator to use steam? Fuel mix is still trying to use this. Shouldn't it just automatically use steam somehow? Let's get that fuel mix going back up again, because we don't want that to happen. While we try to figure out how to switch over to steam. Geothermal source can yield natural steam. The steam can be used to power the generator and provide heat to the city. Construct extraction districts or buildings, or conduct research to increase steam output. Am I missing some sort of research technology to heat with steam? A generator upgrades settlement heating? Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how to get this generator to use steam. I've turned off all of these other fuel sources, and then I turn on the generator and it still tries to use coal. Sorry, it still tries to use oil. Oh, because I have an oil surplus. Is that why? Like once that just disappears, it'll just start switching over to steam? I don't know. And what's the ratio of steam? Let us just build, you know what? Let's just build ourselves a extraction unfiltered geothermal plant here, because why not, right? How's our housing going here? We have +4 housing because of our new housing block. Let's start expanding some of our housing block because, you know, we're definitely going to need to, right? Where is my new housing block? Can't even see properly. Let's expand that. 1, 2, 3. And let's, I can't expand it again right now. That's fine. We won't build the dense housing block yet. We've got 470 people. We've got the goods. We've got everything. Let's go check in on New London and the old Dreadnought, just in case they've like had some population increases or something like that. So old Dreadnought is everything is in surplus and great. That's all like full, perfect. You got food surplus. You got everything in surplus. Beautiful. We got oil in surplus. Let's check in on New London. New London, everything again is in surplus, which is great. The goods factory is in too much surplus. We'll get it to +13. We've got way too much materials going as well, so let's get that. Oh, nope, that's too little materials. I guess we'll have to get it to +221, or we can leave it at -46 for a little bit. I need another material factory that I can fine-tune the amount that I'm getting. But everything's going really well at the moment. I'm very happy with everything. We can bring in population into Winterhome. So I think because there's so many workers here, there's like 5,000 workforce that's not being used in this area. We should probably bring them all over to Winterhome slowly. So let's go over to Winterhome and let's expand our housing and let's see if we can bring some people over. We'll bring them in batches so that we don't accidentally do something horrible. So let's go to Winterhome. We'll get some people transferring over while we build the infrastructure to house them. So let's go and click this, get the people. We will bring another, say like 2,000 people. It doesn't tell me. I want the total population to be 9,000. So let's get like halfway there. Let's get it to like 7,500. Screw it. Let's just get to 9,000. 9,1. We need exactly 9,000. How do I get it to exactly 9,000? I can't. All right, let's just relocate them over. We need 9,000. So we're going to double the population. So you know already we're going to need to like expand over here. We're going to need to probably frost break a lot of this stuff. Oh, there's not any room anymore. Okay, that's fine. We will probably need to build dense housing blocks everywhere. So let's start building those dense housing blocks. Dense housing block 1 here. Can I build the dense housing block while I'm building the other thing? And also I'm out of everything. What am I out of? Out of workforce. Oh, that's not a problem. We get more dense housing blocks getting built. We're going to need it for all the new people coming through. So we'll just let that run for a little bit. I think everything is good. We got research going. We'll research that. All right, that's done. All our trust is going well. We can pass some more laws. So in survival, everything is good here. Outpost operations are unknown. In our city, everything is good. Anything in society to pass? Nothing new, so we'll leave that. Let's try to get our secret police done. I still try to propose this secret police. I've been doing it for ages. 59 hesitant. We need to negotiate with like everybody. Then they're all even delegates. So we're going to need to make lots of promises to like 2 factions maybe. Use a community action fund projects. That is a no-brainer. Actuated heat dispatcher. What is that? Heat dispatching control center where engineering team was used automate to tune up district heating. I don't know if that's something that I've already researched. Composite factory. No, that's fine. We'll get that going. We'll negotiate with someone else, the Stalwarts or the Frostlanders. Who has the most delegates? Let's go with the Frostlanders, see if there's anything easy we can do. Give them more heat stamps. We can do that. Let the thing do the next law. All right. What about this? Weather adjusted shifts. Production efficiency is slightly decreased. I don't want to do that. Let's see if there's another one that does something slightly beneficial without me having to give lots of heat stamps. We can give them all heat stamps. Merit-based housing. Shelter provided in housing slightly increased. Heat stamp is slightly increased. I like this law. Research, hold and vote. Young adults are encouraged to experiment free from arbitrary. Trust rises. Unlocks the youth program, city ability, which bolsters the workforce but decreases heat stamp income. I think I like this one. We'll just do this. We'll give them that one. We've got 54 for and that against. We'll even use up some of our trust to influence some of these against people, and we're just going to get secret police through. It requires 67. We failed this law too many times. See, even with all of that, we only got 70. So, well, actually, we got plenty for. But yes, we have finally passed secret police. We're going to have full authority over our people very soon, and with full authority, everything is going to be wonderful. So we can let everything run. Very soon, we're going to have all the people. The future is within reach. Well done, Steward. We're nearly there. You've shown it's possible to embrace the frost, that this is a new ice age is simply a catalyst for adaptation. The future is now within our reach, but our paths at this point have divided our people. Trouble brews in New London. Chart your course with care. I shall chart my course with care. What do you want? Casey Lauren, 39, faction radical. Get yourself together. We must do it. We must. If a crop is diseased, you burn the plant. If a scout has frostbite, you cut off the limb. And if a faction no longer serves its people, well, feed them to Winterhome for a delusional cause. What the heck? Rip their future from their hands. What do we do exactly? We get rid of people who destroyed our future. Radicals from Stalwart are determined to avenge the loss of their dream of warmth in Winterhome. All right, you guys do you. All right. Let's see, what ideas do we need to research? Okay, I think the game is about to tick over to something. Oh my god. That guy just unalived that other guy. What? Alright, we are in chapter 5, A Dream of Utopia. Assassination in the council. Steward, one of the Stalwarts, has stabbed a speaker of the Pilgrims to death. At the exact moment, bands of Stalwarts stormed several districts in the city. New London is on the brink of chaos. The Pilgrims are furious and terrified. These terrorists have no place in New London. They must either leave or cease to be Stalwarts. They get ready to fight back. Banishing the Stalwarts would punish this crime and unify New London under the ideal of the Pilgrims. You could try to stop the madness and seek reconciliation. You would, however, have to ensure concession from both sides. This is not the only way, though. Many in the city would rally behind you. You could retake the captain's lost authority, separate and bicker the factions, and enforce order. I think I'm going to enforce order. This is the theme that I'm going for. If I'm going to be a dictator, I'm going to be the ultimate dictator. Seek reconciliation? Huh. Alright, no thank you. Let us go and bring both bickering factions, bring them to heel. Pass all rule provisions in the council, unify the city as its new captain, and contain the warring factions. I think we're pretty close to doing that anyway. Point of no return. You've chosen to unify the city behind you as a new captain. To succeed, you will need strong relations to vote, strengthening your rule, and many guard squads to contain the bickering factions. The choice is binding. To confirm, you must succeed or your rule will end. Your power is very limited. You'll have to win many charter votes to achieve victory. The path will be very difficult. What if I do the other thing? Seek reconciliation. You should not encounter insurmountable obstacles on your path. You will need to be a shrewd negotiator. Secure good relationships with most communities and vote many changes through the council. The choice is binding. If you confirm, you must succeed or your rule will end. Apparently the game thinks I can't do this. Alright, let's listen to the game. This is our first playthrough. I'm still very unfamiliar with all the faction mechanics, so I'm going to choose to just do the thing that the game says. We can banish it, convince them to abandon their identity and find a new home for those that refuse. Yeah. Let's try to get them to reconcile. Apparently, we shouldn't encounter any insurmountable obstacles for this. We will find peace. Peace will come when the overwhelming majority of delegates vote to pass peace accords. Yet no one will agree to hold such a vote until all sides renounce violence. You must negotiate with both factions to find out what concessions this will require. Take care not to alienate any group too much. We need the votes of all to pass the final accords. We will find peace. Alright, so stuff is happening at the moment. My screen is completely black. What do we need to do to resolve this conflict? So the path towards reconciliation. To start negotiation, get rid of all the radical laws and buildings. So let's have a look at my laws. Council's in recess, but let's have a look at what are these radical laws. New work model. Okay, so we got to repeal that, and we're going to repeal something in here, public executions. That's fine. Then we need to negotiate a peace agreement, which is a community action on the Stalwarts and one on the Pilgrim. So let's have a look at that. What is it? Council special. Here we go. Deploy seers. All right. Negotiate peace agreements. It will reduce their fervor to 0. These guys' fervor is like super high. How do I negotiate peace agreements with you? They won't do it while these two things are active. So I can't negotiate peace agreement with them yet, but I can negotiate a peace agreement with them and get their fervor to 0. I can probably promote these guys to get their fervor a little bit lower maybe. Well, we'll see. That's in 10 weeks and 1 day. Optional, use the protect district ability on all district engulfed in fighting. So I'm guessing that's these giant red districts that are engulfed in fighting, and they're reducing my production in those districts. There's one there, there's 2 here. Protect, enforce peace, protect. Use the protect district ability. Okay. We need guard squad for that. We need to have enough guard squads to protect 2 districts. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna need to build some like guard towers somewhere. We've got plenty of housing, so why don't we maybe remove some of our dense housing blocks and get some guard squads going. Let's see what's going on with these districts. These things aren't even turned on. Let's turn these on. We don't want them at 0, right? Because then the buildings in them aren't doing anything. We're definitely going to need that hospital going. There's fighting over here. That's fine. So we've got a bunch of stuff, and then we've got to pass the peace accords. All right, well, let's see what this guy wants. The city must not fall. Stewart, tensions have risen to a fever pitch and threaten to tear the city apart. Angry mobs swarm the streets, and the city descends into a violent free-for-all. The people have lost faith that your rule can solve many problems that plague us. The city spirals into chaos. If we do not calm tensions soon and restore order, this will be the end. You must reduce tensions to severe before the city falls. Where is tensions? I don't actually see where tensions are. Overall trust. I've got trust still. I feel like we need to use some like food stamps to maybe like bribe some of these dudes. Let's fund some of their projects. We got the food stamps for it, so why not? Let's fund some of these projects, make them all like us a little bit more. We've got food stamps, why not? We've got to reduce the tension to severe, end the battles in the districts. Okay, we'll try our best to end the battles. Now, the other thing we want to do is deal with Winterhome, because before all this chapter stuff started, we just moved 9,000 people over to Winterhome, right? Like at the moment, they don't have enough places to live and all that stuff. All right. They don't have enough food either. Dense housing block. Why do I have a dense housing block here? That just seems silly. Let's get, oh, you know what? Let's just bring the food from the other area for now, because I don't really want to deal with Winterhome for now. We can figure out how to stabilize Winterhome a little bit later. So let's get the food going. We'll transfer those resources. Why is there not enough goods being produced? Where's my goods factory? Over here. We need a building here probably. So let's build ourselves a industrial synthesized goods factory, refurbished goods factory. That should help that. I believe I don't need to expand that for now. That's fine. Power is also a major issue. Output unfulfilled 10. We probably need to get this going. Let's just expand this district for now. Oh, I don't have enough tiles to expand this district. Get some frost breaking happening. Maybe we can expand it this way and get them to touch. Let's try. I don't think I can, but we'll see. We'll frost break that way. Let's frost break to a new geothermal plant in case we need even more power, because it doesn't look like we have quite enough power going at the moment. So we'll do that. What else does this district need? Everything else seems to be okay. We'll come check in on this in a bit. We need to turn our attention to New London. Before we do, let's also just check out Old Dreadnought, see if everything here is going well. Everything here is going well. I love how everything is stable. You got to stabilize all your cities before you deal with new problems. Now, what the heck is going on here? So we're demolishing the dense housing block. Let's let this run at normal speed. Now, we've got to do something about the conflict here. We can protect. District protection priorities. Steward, the guards are awaiting orders on what their priorities should be while protecting the district. They could form a cordon around vital infrastructure, halting its destruction, or they could instead focus on keeping civilians out of harm's way to prevent their death. Which should they prioritize? If we stop the destruction, fighting in this district will not increase aware. Relationships improve with all communities. We can protect the district or we can protect the people. Will not result in fatalities. Let's just protect the district, because I think the other thing told us to protect the district, right? Yeah, use the protect district ability. So let's do over here. We'll get what remaining guards we have to protect the district. Could the stalwarts mobilize some more guards for us? Yeah, they can. We also need to build ourselves to manage. You manage to steer us clear of the tension crisis. Oh, apparently we've already averted the tension somehow. We need something to happen here, but we don't have enough enforcers right now. We probably need to build ourselves another like watchtower or something. 141 pilgrims died in the recent battle. They were overwhelmed as their opponents stormed with fervor and fury in their eyes. This will eventually lead to one side slaughtering the opposing faction. Higher fervor of warring factions means higher casualties. If one faction is decimated, the civil war ends. All right, that's not good. I can't reduce fervor. Can I promote these guys? Promote? Assign secret police? Yeah, we also need laws to happen, but that's not going to happen for 7 weeks. We need research projects. Nothing in research can help us. I'm going to save my research for whatever promises I make. Maybe I can make them a promise. They're favorable right now. These guys are not favorable. Maybe I can make these guys a promise. I feel like I need everybody on my side right now. Promise to pass heat recycling, start weather adjusted shifts. Let's do that. Since we have a free research slot right now. So we go to resource, worker shifts, and let's do that. Quest. Do the idea. What can we do? What research going? Frostland. Let's go to the Frostland. Let's get our Frostland teams working. We don't want all this conflict to make us stop doing everything. Let's see what has existed in the Frostlands. Hot Spring Mushroom Cave. Our scouts found a mushroom cave. I'm going to read through this a bit quickly. If you guys want to read through, just pause it. I'm just going to read through the main things that happen. So we can take the mushrooms, or we can repair it for prehabs, which creates a food harvesting site. Well, obviously we're going to do that. We'll ship the food over to, I guess, New London. Next, we've got these hot springs. We can trade for goods or come back later. This gives a good stockpile, so we can give them food and get goods. That's fine, that's useful, but we're not useful right now. Over here, we've got breakdown point. We can salvage the remains and get prefabs. I want to read this one. For the size of the abandoned workshop, wood scaffolding and support structures, our scouts believe the dreadnought was serviced here for several months. Around the workshop, they found the remains of training equipment, target bows, rifles, and compasses, all used and repaired and used again to the point of shattering. A small graveyard stood to the side, near a crude sculpture of a man covered in eels. Its plinth reads, "Those who stay are lost, but those who move on will be found." All right, let's just salvage these remains, get ourselves some prefabs. We don't really need prefabs or anything, but that's fine. Check out these last two things. Slavers camp, we can send guards. We do not have guards to send right now, so we'll come back to that later to get people. And this one gives materials. We don't need materials right now, so we'll leave that as well. Let's continue to explore some stuff. What are these steam cores? Take only the core. Take everything. 500 prefabs. 30 frostland teams. That'll give our frostland team something to do while we wait. So let's go back into our city and see what to do next. Not Winterhome, sorry. Let's go back to our New London city, where everything is in chaos and disarray. So I think we need some new watchtowers. Let me expand some of my housing district, because I feel like we're going to need a lot of watchtowers. I've got 3 housing districts. Each of them has 1 building, but they can be expanded. Why are they not touching each other? I don't understand. 1, 2, 3. Let's get this housing district to touch this housing district. And this one also only has 1. Let's expand this district too, so we can get more buildings going. It's already touching this district, and it's going to be touching this district. Is there another district it can touch? Not really. We'll just get it expanded in here then. It's not a problem. And what about this one? This one looks like it only has 1 building as well. Let's expand this district too. Oh, it's only got 3 tiles here. All right, great. So that'll give us some more space for buildings, which is great. And I'm guessing we're going to need all those buildings. We're going to need all those watchtowers and all that stuff. So let's build ourselves some watchtowers. We've got surveillance watchtowers and we've got patrol watchtowers. This gives 16 guard squad, that gives 12, reduces crime, unlocks a random search district ability, but causes tensions to rise. Yeah, they both unlock random search district ability. So let's get a patrol watchtower going somewhere. I don't have a district to build it in. All right. Well, this dense housing block is coming down, so I guess we'll just let that happen. Now that's done, we will build ourselves a watchtower. Patrol watchtower can go right here. That will give us some much needed guard squads. Now, what else can we do in the meantime? We need to wait until this council finishes recess so we can repeal some laws and negotiate peace. But in the meantime, can we negotiate peace with these guys? We can, right? Negotiate the peace agreement. Peace talks, path of reconciliation. Steward, following the Stalwarts' unprovoked aggression, the Pilgrims are very reluctant to talk about peace, understandable. However, they would be willing to hold a vote of peace on a peace agreement if you were able to provide some guarantees that their ideas will be represented in the city. Fair enough. Which part of the agenda are you willing to further? Technological adaptation. We build, what, moss filtration towers, structures, yep. Okay, what do we have to do? Choose any of the 2. Salvaging factories, construct 3 filtration towers, and pass heat recycling. Well, my laws are going to be busy, but I can definitely do that. What about this one? Pass a law, research equal pay, research. So we're going to research 2 things. This one, we need to pass a law, research, and research. Let's just build stuff, because we can build 3 moss filtration towers pretty easily. We can research salvaging factory pretty easily, or we can pass heat recycling. Let's do this one. Let's do the salvaging factory and let's do the moss filtration tower. Okay. We've concluded the negotiation. We've got to do this stuff now. So moss filtration tower building. Do I not already have some now? No? Alright. Apparently it doesn't care that this one already exists. Let me just demolish. So I have to what? Demolish it and rebuild it? That's silly. Alright, let's demolish the moss filtration tower. How many moss filtration towers do I have? Do I have another one here? I remember I built a few of these. This one has the library. I've only got, what, 1 moss filtration tower? I think this is a moss filtration tower. Let's remove that as well. And do I have one here? I don't think I have one here. None of these are moss filtration towers. That's fine. I feel like I need to build maybe another housing district, not for housing, but just to have more buildings in there in case I need it. In case I need like more watchtowers and stuff. We're going to need a new industrial district, and we're going to need to go research that thing when we can research. Basically, we need to research salvaging factories, but to build a salvaging factory, I'm going to need an industrial district. So let me just build a new industrial district over here. It can share heat with this section. Over here, our guards are doing their thing. Over here, our guards are doing their thing. We are building our guard tower. Our guard tower is completed. Oh yeah, it's done. We've got squads. We can go sort out the peace over here. We can protect the district or we can protect the people. Let's protect the district. There we go. Use the protect district ability on all 3 things. That is one thing down. We got to do research. Research is prodding along nicely. Let's go check in on the Winterhome ruins while we're here. We had power issues before, -35. We frost broke this, but we never expanded the district, so why don't we go ahead and do that? 1, 2, 3. Now we can use up a little bit less power as well. Goods is in the positive now, so is materials. We just have lacking 1 housing. Let's just build ourselves a new housing district, why not? Something like that. We don't even need anything on the housing district, we just need to like build it. We can build ourselves maybe, we've expanded the geothermal plant, but I feel like maybe we need to build another one, and we can definitely afford it. So let's get an extraction district going over here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, maybe I can build it over here. 2, 3, 4. Yep. Nope. Doesn't like that. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. Back to New London. Let's see what is happening. We need to build some moss filtration towers. So let's see where we can fit those in. Moss filtration tower, we can put one here. We can put one, apparently we've got to just build new ones arbitrarily. That's fine. Let's build one more. What are we running out of? We're running out of heat stamps. All right, that's fair enough. That will just come with time. Oh, maybe when this demolishes itself, it will do it. We've built a lot of stuff. We've burnt through all of our heat stamps. There's nothing we can do about that. Are we ready to pass new laws? We are. Oh man, they're making me do this. Worker weather adjusted shifts. That's annoying. I don't want to vote for this right now. Can I change the law? Why do I need to do this? Weather adjusted shifts. I don't need to vote on that right now, right? The promise has already been fulfilled? No? Yeah, I believe I already fulfilled their promise by doing the research. I think I'm just going to go repeal one of the laws that I need to repeal. Change the proposal. Let's repeal Apex Workers. We'll propose for nothing. You are not allowed to change a law proposed by the delegates. Oh man, I have to do this. Damn it, I screwed up. Let's just vote for it. 44-40 against 20 divided. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to like let them do their thing. 40 is close enough to the 51 that I need. Oh, it's very close. Oh, right on. Alright, that would have changed a lot of our stuff. Let's get this factory producing... Oh wait, we need it producing more stuff. We've got a lot of food happening. We probably need to produce less food. What is my food district? Over here. Let's just turn off the food district. We've got another food district over here. We can turn this down as well. We won't burn through the food while we've got food coming from externally. How do I know when this district is going to... Like, that's the where. Like, how do I know if this thing is being, you know, done or not? I'm not sure. Let's promote them to reduce their fervor a little bit. Maybe that will help out to the death counter. We need to research some stuff. We need to research a building to fulfill our thing. So in resources, it says to research, is it a factory? Where is it? Yeah, it's factory. We need to research their factory idea, which is this one, right? So we'll research that idea. We'll kick that off while we build our moss filtration towers. We need to build 3. How many have we built? Moss filtration towers. Didn't I build some? What have I built? I've built something weird here, haven't I? Moss filtration tower. I built one. No? Or is that an existing one? I feel like I'm building moss filtration towers and it's not giving me the credit for it. Okay. Very good. Build one here. I'm building 3 now. Alright. I've definitely built moss filtration towers. I don't know why it's not giving me credit for it. Moss filtration tower. Moss filtration tower. Build 3. Let me demolish one then. Do I need to build 3 new ones or like on top of what I have? Let me not demolish that then. Stalwarts take hostages. Stuart, the Stalwarts stormed a new district full of Pilgrim neighborhood. They set buildings on fire and forced them out before ruthlessly beating them. The Pilgrims had to retreat, leaving many of their own behind. Now the Pilgrims are begging you to help them free their captives. Okay, fine. We can't ransom. Requires more stockpile. Alright, fine. We can bribe them with heat stamps or do something else. Alright, let's forge on. The research is going. I have a feeling that it wants me to build new moss filtration towers, right? So demolishing this one isn't going to actually help. Oh man, how do I cancel the demolishing? I can't... It's stupid how you can't cancel processes. Like, once you hit demolish, is there a way to undo the demolish? Oh, silly. Alright, well, that's fine. I need to generate heat stamps anyway. We're just going to let this run at minimal speed so I can monitor everything. So the laws are... So 3 more weeks until a law passes. These guys are not happy. I can't do anything with them. I don't want to make them any promises either. Ah, damn. What can I do? I can't fund projects. Can I assign the secret police to do stuff? Improve their standing. Relationship will greatly improve. Okay, I guess I can use my secret police to improve their standing. That's fine, I guess. I don't know, having more of them is a good idea given that, you know, they're kind of fighting the Pilgrims at the moment, but I might as well utilize my secret police to my advantage. Can my secret police go do stuff over here? De-radicalize the Stalwarts. I mean, I wish I could just do this. Oh man. Why can't I do secret police stuff on other people? Anyway, that's fine. Everything's progressing along. Have we got a moss tower built? I feel like this moss tower thing is bugged because I've got moss filtration tower built and we've got many moss filtration towers built and it's not registering. Okay, we've got to build a salvaging factory. Maybe that will work. Industrial salvaging factory, mechanical factory. Nope, salvaging factory. We can build that there. Is there like a variant of the moss filtration factory that I'm building incorrectly or something? Moss filtration tower. There's no variation. I literally just need to build them. I'm just going to monitor this one that's building, right? One. Okay. Now I've got one. Alright, I guess I just build two more. I don't know why it didn't register before unless I was building like the wrong building or something. Also, I need to get some protection into these districts. Oh, we got a new district under attack. We need to protect this district as well. So all the districts are being protected. So they're not getting destroyed. Yep. Now we need to get there further down and stop the conflict somehow. The conflicts are not being stopped at the moment. The moss filtration towers are being built and that's being built. That's done. So theoretically after these two are done, the Stalwarts, yeah, there we go. Pilgrims are not as militant now that they have a portion of what they want. Relationships with the Pilgrims improve. Pilgrims further decreases. All right, that's one step of the way. The Pilgrims are now happy. Now we need to make the other side happy. My border's gone. That's a good thing, I guess. Well, to do that, we need to deal with the laws. We need to revoke some of these laws. So we'll get this. There's 40 people for and 40 people against. We can negotiate. Let's negotiate with the Stalwarts and give them a promise. What should we do? We can enact law, enact law, enact law. I can't do those because I need my laws to do other things. Let's negotiate with the Frostlanders maybe? Maybe something here will help. We got a research that we can do. Research, recast composite factories. I can do that. We've got 58-4. That should definitely pass. Alright, the votes are in and we have passed one law repealment. Now they're in recess. In another 9 weeks, we can repeal the other law and get them to the table. In the meantime, we need to research the thing that we promised these guys. So where is that resource? I don't see it. Composite factories. We need to research this one. Alright, that's fine. Next, we need to... Well, everything's going at the moment. We don't need to do anything. So we've got a research going. We've got one of these going. Peacekeepers, Path of Reconciliation. Steward, many of the common people support your efforts to persuade the faction militants to cease fighting. Some of them seek an active role to help the peace. We know many of those now blinded by hate. Often they were our neighbors, even our family members. We believe we can make them see reason, said a spokesperson. We will fight for it if need be. If you let them, they plan to engage in dialogue with those willing to talk and working to de-radicalize those open to reason. Members of the Frostlanders and New Londoners want to dedicate themselves to de-escalating. That sounds amazing. 1,090 people will be absent from the workforce. Stalwarts and Pilgrims further is decreased. 40% of guard squad cost of protect district. Why is that red though? Alright. Is that somehow helpful? I mean, I could spare the workforce, so that was fine. Our dwindling stockpile is happening over here. Let's go check in on Winterhome while we're waiting. Everything in Winterhome is going well. We need to up our material production though, because at the moment it's not enough. Food is also an issue. So over here, our food district probably needs like a hothouse or something. But I mean, mine is 8, it's not a problem. We can just leave that. Housing is awesome. Maybe we will just decommission. I don't know why, for some reason. I'm an idiot and I built a hotel in the food district. That's fine. This is neutral. We've got 6 steam positive. Okay, we don't need to build more steam. That's fine. So Winterhome is all happy. Let's go back to New London and focus our efforts there. Our research is going along, everything's going along. What do you want? Annette Pugh, 37 Pilgrims. You have completed your peace agreement with the Pilgrims. So looking out the window, the city is not yet what we dream of, but it's a step, a crucial step in setting things right for us. We might adapt to the cold, thrive, and live within it. If the steward can maintain this, we might just be able to attain this peace that they keep talking about. Well, okay, it sounds like we're on the right track. I don't like how all these factions are still warring. Is there something I can do to stop that from happening? Oh, it's done. I can just repair this faction now. What? Not this one though. This one is still warring. So one area is done. That's good. At least that's one less thing I have to worry about. That's the food district. I don't need the food district active at the moment. I've got way too much food and it's actually fully stockpiled. We can build a new food storage hub if we wanted to, but let's not do that. We'll just turn that off. We can turn off the other food district too, I guess. Still got 156 food coming in, and that's not a problem. We've got way too much food at the moment. What else can we do? Nothing. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Let's run this game at full speed. This is almost done, so we can repeal that law, and now we can repeal another law. So we need to go in society and get rid of public executions. So let's propose that. We got 31-4. Let's negotiate with somebody. These are 26, mostly hesitant. Let's negotiate with the New Londoners. We'll get them to vote for user community action grant agenda. I think we can do that now. Otherwise, we can construct a building or construct a building. We can build this, actually. That's pretty easy to build. Synthetic composite factory. Okay, let's just build a building. Building a building is like the easiest thing in the world. 53-4. Hopefully that's enough. Yep, only 51 required. Excellent. Is it always 51 required? I wonder. I feel like I've sometimes seen 60-something required. But apparently I only need 51 votes to get stuff done. We need to build a research recast composite factory and build a synthetic composite factory building. Okay, we can do both of those things. Over here, we need to probably expand the district to do that though. Do I have a spare building slot over here? Ah, I do have a spare building slot. Let's build that. What do we need to build? Is it already available? Industrial synthetic composite factory. Ah, lovely. We can just plop one down here. All right, that research is done. That is going to be attained soon. That is going to be, that was repealed, right? So now that that's repealed, can I negotiate peace agreements? I can. Lovely. Peace talks, path of reconciliation. The Stalwarts claim that they were pushed to violence to defend their place in the city. They accuse you of having turned it into a place for the Pilgrims and Pilgrims only. Before they even consider agreeing to a lasting peace, they demand you show goodwill by integrating some of their ideas into how the city's run. Which one would you like to appease? Personal responsibility. We have to do a research, and a research. Okay. Medical innovation. We have to construct a teaching hospital, experimental treatment, and a research. Research and a research. That sounds pretty easy. This is a research and a construct 3 teaching hospitals. We can definitely construct 3 teaching hospitals, right? Yeah, I think we can. Construct 3 teaching hospitals and research experimental treatment. I feel like that is easy. So we'll do that and we'll do that. So let's get a research kicked off. In society, we have treatment and they want experimental treatment, right? Is that the Stalwarts? Yep. Research this idea. And we need to build 3 teaching hospitals. Now, can't we get rid of our moss buildings now? We don't need 3 billion moss buildings, right? We can demolish this building. We've got 2 more moss buildings here. We can demolish both of these. There we go. Now, we can let that demolish. Londoners' demands met. New Londoners are delighted by your word. Yep, trust rises. Excellent. We can demolish those buildings. Let's let that demolish first, real quick. Now, we need to build some teaching hospitals. So we have those already in housing. Teaching hospital. Where is that? Teaching hospital. We can build 1 here. We can build 1 here. And then we just need to build 1 more. So we need that demolished. And we can build 1 more teaching hospital right here. Great. That's the 3 teaching hospitals. And when that research is done and those 3 teaching hospitals are done, we can try to pass the peace accords, I believe. So that wasn't too difficult. A new law is being proposed by the Stalwarts. We need to research and enact the law. Okay, that's fine. We got to get this done. Hesitant. So we need to negotiate for this. 28 delegates. This Frostlanders have 31. So let's do that and let's promise them something. We can research something deep. Construct a building. So let's just do the research. Now we got 56. I think that's enough. Is it always 51? Yeah, it's always 51. 56 is enough. Oh, we got 72 for. Excellent. All right, that's done. So now I believe they are happy for peace negotiations to occur. We need to research the thing that we promised before we forget. So here, I believe, is part of the accords that we agreed on. We'll research this idea. We're desperately running out of heat stamps, but that's fine. We need to pass the peace accords. So can we get our secret police to do something to make these guys happy? We can fund their projects. I don't want to do that. We can make these guys promises. They're all neutral. All right, so to pass these peace accords, we need this to pass, right? So let's just let some time pass. Temporary stop to the fighting. You've put an end to all the pitched battles in the city. We can expect a respite from violence for several weeks, but as long as militants exist and no permanent solution to the conflict has been found, fighting will break out again sooner or later. Civil wars will start again if we take too long to resolve the entire conflict. We will find a permanent solution, don't you worry. Let's let some time pass because we need the council to be out of recess. So let's let 6 weeks pass. Everything else is good, I think. We need to repair some of this stuff. So let's repair this. All right, I think, okay, 6 weeks has passed. Let's see where we're at with this rule. So if we go here and we go to our peace accords, we need a 2/3 majority. What? 2/3 of the delegates must support this law and will vote based on their relations. Tension is greatly decreased. All agree to okay, fine. Let's propose the law and let's figure out what the heck is going on. So we need to get it to here. There's a lot of hesitant delegates and 32 against. So we definitely need to negotiate, right? And we probably need to use our guided voting as well. So if we get these guys are open to negotiate, they're mostly hesitant. We'll definitely get these guys to vote for. What can we promise them? We can building, advanced chemical hothouse. We can research that, okay? We can research a building or let the Londoners choose. Okay, we'll let them do their community action. Promise that. And that gets 35 votes. The Stalwarts have 19 delegates, 16 delegates. They won't has an active promise. They won't negotiate, all right? Well, let's wait for this active promise. If you change the law or quit now, you will lose your current negotiation setup. Okay, that's fine. We'll redo the negotiation. So we need to wait for this to finish because I've already got an active promise for this geothermal plant and maybe the relationship will increase a bit. Let's fund their projects as well, get their thing up as much as we can. Is there anything else I can do to raise their trust? No. I should have de-radicalized both these factions. So basically these are the radical faction of this one and these are the radical faction of the other one. But that's fine. Let's go over to the law proposal and now we can propose this law again and see what we are at. Let's negotiate. Everyone's open to negotiate now. Let's get these mostly hesitant dudes over so we can research something. This one sounds good. Oh, let's get a liquefactor since we don't have this. That only got me 32. That's already negotiated. Let's get the Frostlanders on board as well. Construct a hydraulic pump jack. I can do that. Now we're at 44. We're still nowhere close. Even with guided voting, we're still not that close. Can we negotiate more with these? 4. Will that help me? We can give them a law. That doesn't help me at all. That didn't help me at all. All right, it doesn't seem like I'm able to do that thing right now. I think I need to make some promises and get these relationships up first. Machine-centric shifts workforce requirement is decreased. I think I like that because at the moment my workforce is actually being a problem here. So let's go past that law. In survival, we got weather adjusted shifts, which yeah, decreases heat demand, but we can get that back to machine centric shifts. 51.4, that's already enough, so let's get that voted. We'll reset our council thing and we'll make another promise to the other side as well. Hopefully if we get everyone sort of like on board with us, then it will be slightly easier to sway the rest of the people. Yeah, see, these guys are happy now. Let's make these guys a promise as well and try to fulfill it. Pass heat recycling. Promise to research Pathfinder scouts. Let's do that. Let's go research and we will research scout training. Pathfinder scouts. Let's do it. All right, let's let that game run for a while. We need that research done. We need this recess to finish. We can bribe people with heat stamps as well if we need to. Relationships with the Frostlanders increase. I think they need more heat stamps to be happy with us. We can't fund their projects yet. We can make more promises if we need to, but everyone's happy with us now. So let's see if we can't make this law happen now. Everyone is happy with us. Trust is super high. I don't understand why everyone would be unhappy with us. There we go. We've got, wait, no. Voting in this session. What? Oh, I have to vote for this thing as well. Damn it. Okay. Let's vote for it then. There we go. That one's passed. Oh, I'm scared that while we're waiting for all these council recesses, our relationships are going to fall. Can I fund their projects soon? 5 more weeks to fund their projects. These guys are already devoted. These guys are already devoted. These guys are favorable, and these guys are favorable. So everything's looking good. Can we make a research promise to them? Promise to repeal, pass, pass. No, we can't do any of those. What about these guys? Can we promise to research something? Pass, pass, pass. No, we can't do anything. All right, even the research causes it to be a law anyway. Let's just see if we can get the law to pass now. Everyone's favorable, everyone's happy. We should probably turn on some more food. All right, now we've got a new law proposal. We can go into rule, we can get the peace accords, propose. Oh, we've already got 66 for, 30 against. If I get guided voting, I got 82 for, 4 against. Amazing. I think that will definitely pass. Let's vote for that, and then we got the peace. We brought peace back to New London. There we go. 82 for. Beautiful. Everyone is for peace. Yes, be peaceful. We have secured an end to the civil war. The warring factions have agreed to put aside their grievances and settle their disputes in the council. The peace will last for as long as we keep working for it. We have peace for now. The end of this war, path of reconciliation. We thought it was impossible. That which spawned from condemnation could only produce conflict. To take two groups fundamentally opposed to each other at their core and bring them together. Never have we been so happy to be wrong. We can only hope this peace will last long enough to rebuild the city. Tonight we celebrate, tomorrow we get back to work. Well done, Stuart. Against all odds, you have succeeded and the city stands. Well, we will leave it at that for this episode. Let's just get out of this menu to see what the game throws at us next. Oh, look at all these achievements. Bonfire, Peacemaker, Ambitions of New London. Oh, we've completed the story. Is this it? The playthrough is over? Oh, I was about to end the episode. The city did not fall. Okay, so negotiating that ended the playthrough. Guys, we are done. We are done with our Let's Play series. We can now embark on future challenges. In the darkest hour, you strived for peace. Hope persists, a flicker in the wind. Maybe you wanted everyone to get along? Supported the Pilgrims in their vision of the future. Maybe you tried your very best. 2,915 public executions. 360 people died trying to become Apex workers. Oh no. Oh. Maybe you always looked for a middle path. It definitely did not. Winterhome settled. Something had to be done. Maybe you never gave up, even at the brink. 700 bystanders dead in civil war. 4 districts damaged. Oh man. That's a lot of people dying. The peace vote passes. 89 in favor. Hostilities cease. New London finds peace. Excellent. But now, okay, I gotcha. It's foreshadowing some future expansion maybe, where they're going to go back into a civil war. Who knows? Even so, Lily May, 14, bookbinder, learns a new trade. Mother lost during civil war, reveres the steward for keeping the city together. Even, is this going to go through every single person? Isn't Lily May the person that was born when we started off this campaign, when the generator turned on? Has it been 14 years? I suppose it has. It's been like 600 something weeks. Oh man, the timing, that's amazing. And as long as we roam this still cold world, it has no end. And that's it. Credits are rolling. Well guys, we did it. We finished our Let's Play. I mean, the cold world may have no end, but unfortunately our Let's Play is over. But don't you fret guys, we are going to do plenty more Frostpunk content. I am thinking about doing a full 100% achievement run. And one of the achievements is to finish Captain difficulty. So we will probably do a Captain playthrough next. But let me figure out how to structure all that in terms of episodical content, and there will be plenty more to watch. So if you don't want to miss out on that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next series.